you can buy different brands here. There was a lot of conversation around this McDonald's. It's not a good news, neither for Russia nor for those brands. This is actually Russian designers. And this is actually this liver salami. Hi everyone, you're on the channel Follow the Winklers, and this is a vlog from Moscow. I managed to make a big trip from Los Angeles to Moscow through Turkey, and in this vlog I will show you how Moscow lives this summer under actually unprecedented sanctions. Maybe you heard that the West imposed more than several thousand sanctions on Russia, more than Iran. I will show some shops, some grocery stores, some people, some cafes. You can make your own conclusions. One of the challenges currently for the family like ours is traveling from America to Russia and vice versa. The only way to get to Russia is from America through Turkey or through Dubai. This would be the easiest ways. Another challenge is that the ticket actually got much more expensive. We paid 3 times more for the ticket than before. So this is a bit sad because many people will not be able to visit their relatives because this is just unaffordable. Airbus and Boeing, they stopped servicing the planes. In Russia, understand that the only way to get out of this situation is to start producing its own planes again, like we used to do in the Soviet Union. So we need to learn the lesson. So now I am at the very popular place in the center of Moscow, and behind this cool building is actually the new Russian McDonald's, which changed its name. Now it's called Вкусно и точка, which means something like it's tasty and that's it, or like it's tasty and kind of dot. There was a lot of conversation around this McDonald's because McDonald's announced it will close. People were worried that there are 60,000 working places which will be closed. And McDonald's has around 800 restaurants in Russia. But eventually, so there was a deal where one businessman actually bought, this brand, made some agreements with this brand. And it was announced today that all 800 restaurants of this new Russian McDonald's will be opened towards September, which is a very good news because people will continue to work. This will be jobs fulfilled. I haven't been in McDonald's for probably 20 years, and I haven't even gone there now when I've been living in LA. But anyway, there are a lot of people who like it. There are a lot of students who go there. So I think it's pretty good. Расскажите мне, как вам вкус?
Ну, вкус не поменялся вообще.
А как по цене? Так же остался или чуть дороже?
Чуть дороже.
Чуть дороже. Но это не критично для вас? Нормально?
Ну, да.
А как вам название?
Ну, хватает название.
Вы сейчас будете пробовать?
Да.
И как вам меню? Там все то же самое или чего-то нет?
Много чего нет. Много чего нет.
Много чего нет, а чего нет?
Макфлори того же самого. Много бургеров нету.
Много бургеров нет.
Да.
Ну, в любом случае, желаю вам приятного аппетита.
Вам тоже.
If you like what I'm talking about and if you like Moscow, which I'm showing, please put like to this video and subscribe to my channel if you like it, and I will be really grateful and will continue to do this cool content. General situation with international brands in Russia and Moscow is very interesting. So there are definitely some companies who immediately decided or finally decided to leave the market completely. For instance, IKEA announced yesterday that they will finally leave the market. There were in doubts for several months, but they said yesterday that yes, we will leave. So we will sell products first to our employees, and then they're ready to sell online all the rest to like general clients, general customers. There are some brands like McDonald's, for instance, who were thinking to leave, but then the Russian businessmen kind of made a deal with them where, as I showed, they changed the name, they changed their assortment a little bit, but overall they will continue to be present on the Russian markets, yeah, under the completely new different name, new packaging and everything. There are brands like, for instance, French L'Occitane, which, as I saw, just changed its name to Russian. So it's written like L'Occitane, but just with the Russian letters, and they continue to sell the same stuff. So it's really different. And what I noticed, I think, is that French brands are generally leaving Russia I don't know, probably less than like German and American brands. For instance, yesterday I saw my hairdresser and she said that Wella left the market, so they will not have the colors of Wella anymore for their clients, but nevertheless they're doing a lot of master classes with L'Oreal, so they will order new colors from L'Oreal and from Italian brands, and so they will just you know, replace kind of Wella with other brands. I think overall international brands leaving Russia is not a good news, neither for Russia nor for those brands, because they lose revenues. You know, some Russian customers are not happy, but you know, long term maybe they will be able to return, maybe not, because you know, if the niches will be filled with some other companies from other countries, we call it kind of an import replacement, then it may be not so easy to return. Situation with cosmetic stores is also interesting, like L'Etoile and Rive Gauche chains are open, but Sephora, for instance, is closed. I actually used to go to the store, but you know, it's not open at the moment. It has a notice for customers saying that if you have like a gift card, you have a chance of waiting until they renew their work and then using it, or you can actually kind of return your money back. So that probably means that they still hope to return for now. I meet here in Moscow with many of my friends, people, I don't know, like me, moms around 40 years old who have several kids. So many of them share that they're actually not happy about such companies as Zara and H&M leaving, because, you know, we all buy a lot of clothes for kids from H&M and Zara, because this is a decent clothes with you know, affordable prices, and this is a really popular segment. So now there is a kind of an issue for those moms where to get these clothes of the same quality with the same affordable prices. So it's just the situation when you need to search for new brands, you know, to spend more time. This segment of the affordable clothing for kids and women, it needs to be filled with some stuff, I don't know, from Turkey, from maybe India or China, and for sure there is this big niche for Russian companies starting to produce in these clothes. The situation with the sanctions for Russia is kind of the following. There have been 6 packages with sanctions imposed by other countries, by Europe, the US and other countries for Russia. I mean, overall, I don't know, I think there have been thousands of sanctions overall. So people just stopped counting those sanctions because, I mean, every day something new comes up, and there is a joke that, you know, this package with sanctions will be put in another package, or like the bag with sanctions will be put in another bag, because I mean the new sanctions just like continue to pop up almost like every day or every week. And I mean, Russians just continue to live their lives with all this stuff, because life is going on, and people need just to get used to the new situation. Since I'm not far from this central department mall, which is called Tsvetnoy, it means actually colorful, let's go inside and check what is the situation with brands. Here I am inside. This is the first floor. Everything looks very nice. I haven't been actually for a long time in this store. The first store is a lot of cosmetic and also some brands. There is a store actually with the Russian brands, which I'm very interested in, so I'll show it a bit later. Very cool inside, so many brands. A lot of brands which I know, like Kerastase, Makeup Forever and Dior, Smashbox, actually a lot of other brands. I don't know what about you, but I don't see any empty shelves. Everything looks just glamorous and beautiful. Let's go up an escalator to the second floor, because this is very famous for the Russian designers, so I want to check it out. I don't know what's going on, because lately I read the news that Nike is leaving Russia, but as you can see, Nike actually is here. There is definitely a little corner of Nike here with, you know, sneakers and everything, so it's open. This is actually a Russian designers. One brand is Top, cool stuff. This corner is called Chaika, which is also a Russian brand. The stuff is actually really good. I need more time to shop here, but that looks pretty nice. A lot of jeans jackets and a lot of blue color this year. Look at these colors, very nice, very nice. Chaika. I actually really like this set, which is a short jacket, and there is a skirt down there, and you know, it says it's actually designed in St. Pete, which is very, very interesting. I didn't know about this brand. And another thing is this like cardigan, longer one, also with a skirt. I want to try it on. That's really awesome. now made it to another floor, which is the third floor, which also has some international designers and Russian designers. Anyway, you can see everything is full of clothes, you know, there's so many different brands, everything looks really fancy. There are people buying stuff, so, you know, I don't feel the crisis. This is another brand in Moscow which I like, which is called 12 Stories, which does cool stuff. I have their jeans and I have their like a coat, raincoat for autumn. It's really nice. If you're ever interested, pay attention to this brand because it's really cool. And I think it's becoming more and more popular in Russia. So I'm wrapping up here in Tsvetnoy in this department mall. It's really cool and I really liked it. I wish I could have more time, but actually I'm going to the theater tonight, so I bought that set which I really like from Top brand from St. Petersburg, and I'm very happy. Today I'm ending this day in a beautiful theater which is called Lincoln Theater, and I will see the Cherry Garden play by Chekhov. It's awesome. Since I didn't have dinner, I got a little nice snacks from buffet, the load of champagne with a cheese plate. I like to go to the theater in Moscow because it's just full experience and people dress so nicely. You can see a lot of people who come in couples and who look very elegant. It's really nice. I think going to the theater is really nice, especially in this time, because it lifts you up from this current reality, which can be not great sometimes. When I came to Moscow this time, and after I passed a few days in the city, I had such thought that if I didn't knew that this is such a challenging situation for Russia, I'd say that I probably wouldn't have noticed that something changed, seriously. I mean, as long as you walk around, you notice that just some stores are maybe closed and there are some changes. But overall, the city is so full of life. There are so many people. The city is fast, you know, it's summertime, it's wonderful weather, it's super hot. We went with the kids to circus and to the theater. The theaters are full, so you know, the impression is pretty good actually. Life is going on. People accepted the situation. I don't want to say it's fine because people worry about the situation, but I've talked to some people and they told me kind of in the beginning people stopped going somewhere and there was this kind of quiet break when people had really bad moods and everybody was shocked. There is acceptance of the situation right now, whether it's good or not, and life is going on. Another thing which was announced in Russia is that the Peril import will be allowed and will be illegal, meaning that all those goods which you cannot import directly from producers, from international producers, you can bring them in from other countries. This will be especially popular, I think, for like smartphones and video games. For sure, these goods will be more expensive than before. Estimates is that it will be like 10 to 20% more expensive. In some categories, maybe up to 50. So what it means basically that people who really need these goods and who have the money will just buy the stuff a little more expensive, and people who cannot afford it just will have to stop using these products and refer to some other goods. So now I'm in the saloon of kind of telephones and smartphones, and you can buy different brands here. There's Apple phones available, from, you know, the previous ones like 11 to the latest one like 13 Pro. The prices are pretty high. Yeah, the prices for sure are more expensive than in the US. I brought iPhone 13 for my mom, and yeah, the prices here are much more expensive, I would say. You can get the phones online a bit cheaper, but these are official prices in the store. The brand which is popular in Russia right now also is this Xiaomi phones. they're cheaper and they're also kind of very modern smartphones. So as you can see, prices here are more affordable. And also these are the current prices for Samsung Galaxy phone, different models. Briefly talked to a lady consultant, and she said that yeah, these products already have arrived through parallel import through different countries, including Dubai. This time I noted that when I came to Russia, when I just landed in Moscow, automatically I started to press in my phone the Instagram and the Facebook accounts, and I realized that Instagram doesn't download at all, and in Facebook you actually see just like the gray pictures instead of photographs. And I thought like, wow, that's interesting, like really nothing works. And then for a couple of days I didn't even download anything because I was just, I mean, I don't know, I didn't need to do anything. And then my friends started to write, well, you arrived, so where are the videos, you know, post something. And I downloaded like the basic VPN program from App Store. When I downloaded VPN, then actually Instagram and Facebook starts to work. It's actually also interesting to know how the companies are leaving the market, because I think when Netflix left and some other companies, many Russians even had problems, you know, taking the money back, which was already used for a subscription. And, you know, this is not ethical. I mean, whatever, if you want to leave the market, fine, but still treat the people nicely who were using your services. For instance, Starbucks, who left the Russian market, was much more ethical and reliable, because I received the email from them where they said something like, if you have money on your Russian account, you know, please contact us, and within like 1 month we will return you the money. And that was kind of nice, and I'm sure many people appreciate it. So I really do have friends who are very sad that Starbucks left, because they used to go there and they like the coffee. I don't think Starbucks is like the best coffee ever. I think there are so many coffee places in Russia right now who can actually replace Starbucks. I think Starbucks was more about the lifestyle, where you can come, get a cup of coffee and sit there forever and nobody will ask you like to leave the place. But for me, the very good alternative is a Russian coffee house, more like a cafe, Shokoladnitsa. It has many kinds of coffee and it has very decent food, which like just get expanded. The menu gets expanded every time I visit. It's awesome. It's called Shokoladnitsa because it's come from the name chocolate, which means chocolate in Russian. So this is how the menu looks this season. This is called Shokoladnitsa. It's really awesome. I don't know how they did it, but I really like this cute kind of summer style. This is the menu for summer drinks, and this is like the bar menu. I mean, they really do a good job. Every time I come, the menu is different. And I will not talk in detail about the food, but I'll just show you some pictures. So this is the little like vegan offer. This is the breakfast page. This is the new kind of smoothie bowl. You can build yourself, as it says. I mean, they're very good for breakfast because they have the combo breakfast. They have this super famous sirniki, which are like cottage cheese cakes, and they have all kinds of porridges. You can get also the brioches with egg, with the egg pochot, the croissant. They started pretty much as a coffee place with blinchiki, so you can get all kinds of blinchiki, the sweet, the chocolate, with cheese, with meat. I mean, it's really awesome. These are the prices in Russian rubles. So this is like pretty much, you know, $5 kind of, around $5 or less. Also, you can get here some traditional dishes like pelmeni and olesya salad. I mean, the menu just grew to be so big, all kinds of soups, you know, even something more modern like a poke bowl. This is popular in California. They have very cute salads, which I like. I tried this salad with seafood, it was very good. And this salad with roast beef is what I'm taking today. Pasta, you know, Asian pasta, all kinds of kind of avocado toast. And you can even get these little starters for wine. The red eclair and French toast, apple tart, like strawberry tart, mustard cake, cheesecake, mango coconut cake, And for sure they have all kinds of these fancy coffees, like if you like Starbucks for instance. I think it's a good alternative because look how beautiful it looks with the cream and with all kinds of, I don't know, syrups, banana frappe, almond frappe. And let's just visit a couple supermarkets and see what's being sold and what are the prices for groceries. Let's start with visiting the supermarket, which is called Peterочка. This is kind of a pretty cheap basic supermarket. It's near the house where my grandma lives, so she shops here pretty much every other day. So this is a fruit vegetable section in the simplest supermarkets, like I said, to which a lot of retired people go. And you know, this is not the most expensive, this is like really the basic. And as you can see, there are plenty of fruits and vegetables, lots of different apples. For most apples, I would say around $2, and you know, even less for a kilogram. There are all kinds of pears. You can see prices in rubles, so this is slightly less than $2 too for a kilogram. There are oranges, lemons, which is what is really interesting. There are even coconuts. So one coconut you can buy for actually $1, slightly less than $1. And I'm actually surprised that the mango is so cheap. This is for 100 grams. Okay, 100 grams of mango is like half a dollar, let's say, which is very good. Even some avocado. Hello, Californian avocados. Not so many here, but available. And a lot of plums and seasonal fruits. This is a shell with bread. Russians like to eat bread. I mean, all the prices I hear in Russian rubles. I will not translate all the prices just for you to know. So these days, $1 equals to around like 53 rubles. So everything which is like 42, 47 rubles is less than $1. You know, 50 plus is like more than $1. So we eat a lot of bread like this. This is the simplest, like a white bread. This is the simplest brown bread. Also, as you can see, there are a lot of chips, American chips, which are also popular in Russia. So you have all kinds of Lays with different tastes. You have Cheetos. Yeah, so Russians also like the chips, even though we have also our own potato chips. But there is some interesting selection here. This is kind of a salad section, which again, this is a very simple store, but I mean there is a bunch of salads. There is some rucola, there is mint, already cooked beetroot, which we like to use for salad, and some kind of a sauerkraut, and cucumbers and tomatoes and mushrooms. This is what we like to eat in Russia. This is the section with all kind of canned goods. I mean, I don't know, there are just so many of those. I will not even film this, but as you can see, just the shelves are full of stuff. So here I came to the shelf with sugar and porridges and all kind of stuff. I don't know, there is so much sugar that it's just, I don't know if you need so much sugar, but there are even these packages with sugar, which are huge. I think, I don't know the price of that big one, but this sugar costs 144 rubles, so slightly more than $2 for the package. And there is all kinds of like brown sugar and other sugar, so there is definitely not a lack of sugar, seriously. And you know, the shelves are plenty, the shelves are full with all kinds of stuff. Also, you can find here this cereal. It's less popular than in Russia, but some people eat it too. This is the shelf with like kids milk powders. As you can see, there is a selection of several brands, and this brand Agusha is very popular. This is a brand of also like a baby food, and they do a very good job. I was feeding my kids when they were small this brand a lot. There are porridges, there are kind of milk and dairy products, different drinks. There is this kind of a cute pouches with all kinds of puree. So you see the full shelves of everything. I mean, that's really good. It's a lot of milk here. So let's see, the milk is 79 rubles, so almost 80 rubles, more than $1 for one package. Usually we have 1 liter of milk in this package, and this is 92 rubles. This is a shelf with yogurts and dairy and kefir and cottage cheese and all kinds of things. I will not even focus on this you know, in detail. All you need to know is just that the shelves are full and there is just so much choice. More so with alcohol. There is a lot of different cognacs here, a lot of different vodka. God, the selection is so big. This is the simplest supermarkets again. It's not even like the most expensive or the fanciest. This is Peterichka, which is a very affordable supermarkets for everyone, and just so many goods. They show the show with all kinds of cheeses. There are a lot of Russian cheese here, as well as some kind of other cheese, I don't know. Hochland cheese, which I see. Anyway, what happened after 2014? Russia started already then to focus on producing Russian cheese and Russian salami, so you know there is no lack of these products. The choice is also big, and Russia is able to produce these types of foods by itself for many years already. And this is actually this liver salami, how Ukrainians call the German Scholz. So Scholz you can buy yourself for 140 rubles in Russia. I hope you liked this vlog. If it was interesting, let me know in the comments and put likes for this video. At the end, everything I want to say is my personal feeling is that Russia is an amazing, great country with huge resources, very nice people. Most of the people like their country. People are ready to go through the challenging times because Russia will just go through all kinds of challenges. It's obvious for me, and I think you need to love your country in the good times and in the challenging times, like you like your parents, you know, in the good times and in the bad times. Thank you for watching me, and all the best regards to my city, Moscow, and the Muscovites.